3 weeks ago, I decided to go all in on growth operating. And then for the next 3 weeks, I was just going balls to the wall on outreach. And I saw nothing. I literally would outreach for 12 hours straight every single day for 3 weeks straight. Until yesterday, I finally signed, not kind of signed, but fully signed my first creator. Because of NDA purposes, I can't reveal who the creator is, right, just yet. But first creator, he has 1 million subs on YouTube. He has about 25K on Instagram. Really excited, but now I'm in this weird space where it's like I feel really weird. So right now we're in the market research phase. So there's not a lot for me to do. I've done everything I need to do for my part. So far, I'm just waiting for a what's it called? A lead magnet back from him, so that I can draft up an email and then disperse it out to his email list. Now, because I'm kind of done with everything I need to do for him, that means like I pretty much had the whole entire day where I didn't have anything to do. Like I could have literally just kicked back and done nothing. Of course, I still made my to-do list. Of course, I'm still outreaching, right? I'm actually still outreaching at the same rate I was beforehand. But it's like it's so weird because I know that I'm doing work that I don't have to. And it's kind of putting me in this weird space to where it's like, because I know I don't have to, there's not like a goal that I have to reach anymore. So no matter how much work I do throughout the day, I feel extremely unproductive. And it's so weird. And like I try to set myself up with these tasks and stuff, but these tasks I've been doing the same task for 3 weeks straight now. Like everybody talks about hitting the goal, everybody talks about grinding, but nobody talks about like when things get extremely monotonous and boring and repetitive. Because I've been sitting here doing the same thing for like 3 weeks straight, and it's extremely repetitive now. And it's such a weird feeling because the satisfaction I used to feel for completing these tasks are completely gone. Right? I don't get a dopamine hit from doing this anymore. I've been doing this for so long. Well, let me not sit here and act like I'm an expert or anything. Like I've been doing this for long enough to where my brain has adjusted and it no longer gives me dopamine for completing these tasks. So like, it is so weird. Especially after I already signed a creator, I feel like emotionally, I feel like I'm not doing anything because I'm not getting that dopamine rush. But like, strategically over if I extend my time horizon, I put my emotions aside, I know that long term these are the actual actions that are going to lead me to where I want to be, which is cold outreach, of course, to get more clients, actual client delivery, and posting on YouTube, right? But it's such a weird juxtaposition from no longer feeling like you're doing anything emotionally, like completely blank, but knowing mentally that this is what it needs to do. And I think that this at first, I'm starting to realize, and which is why I want to document every single stage of the process, because I kind of want to let you guys in on like the internal like steps I go through. Because first step was just cold outreach is freaking sucks. Like it's not the DMing, DMing sucks, or cold outreach sucks. It's lead scraping, because like I've said before, I'm DMing people off of Instagram, which means I have to find the people to DM off of Instagram. Lead scraping for Instagram is one of the worst experiences known to mankind. Like this is, if I was to torture somebody, I would make them lead scrape for 12 hours straight. I'm dead serious. But that used to be like the hard bottleneck that I absolutely hated. And that was the first thing I had to overcome. I still hate it. Like, I still hate it as much, but I've gotten to the point where I can do it without like, it's whatever. I hate it, but I can do it. Now, the next challenge is like, how do I keep doing the thing that I absolutely hate while actively no longer feeling the dopamine reward, right? And I hope I'm phrasing that correctly. Like, I hate doing this thing, but I know that this thing is going to give me what I want long term. Yes, I've already got it what I want, but I know there's more to extract by doing this thing that I hate. But the same feeling of completion that I used to get when I would complete my daily portion of this thing that I hate is gone. So now I'm just pretty much eating shit for nothing. That's what it feels like. Like I'm pretty much just eating shit for nothing. And it's such a weird feeling. Like I've heard a lot of business owners talk about like, oh yeah, you just gotta get used to eating shit. Or you just gotta get used to I used to not understand what they mean until like right now. Like I finally get what they mean by you gotta. It's not the hard thing. That's not what they're talking about. It's not doing the hard thing at first. What they're talking about is when you get so used to doing the hard thing that you no longer get any satisfaction from doing it. Because when you're doing something hard and you complete a hard task, your brain releases dopamine, so you feel good about it. But when you do it enough, that dopamine like release gets lower and lower and lower and lower until you get to a point where your brain no longer releases dopamine. That's the real challenge. Is once you've gotten to the point where you no longer get any dopamine from doing the hard task that you're supposed to do, that's when it gets hard. And that's when discipline kicks in. So I really hope I articulated myself well here. But yeah, that's just today's update. Like, yeah, I finally know what it means to when business owners say get ready to eat shit. They're not talking about doing the hard tasks at first. They're talking about what happens when you no longer feel satisfied from doing the hard task, but you know that you have to do it anyways. So you're pretty much just eating shit for nothing. And that's it.